Loving Nintendo is like walking barefoot through a room full of Lego. On the one hand, shit yeah, Lego man. On the other hand, every 5 steps or so, something pointier than Beelzebub's cock jams itself into the softest part of your foot, and you curse the universe for ever having been born. Hello again, I am Blunty. This, of course, is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's playing on my new Nintendo Switch, and it is amazing. I have been loving it. I've also been rather enjoying indulging my inner photographer while playing it. It's not the most graphically extraordinary game, of course, but there's no denying that it can be very pretty indeed. And I've been using the Switch's built-in screenshot button to do it, which works really well. It's very responsive, it's much faster and more immediate than even the PS4's built-in screenshot feature, for example, making it much simpler to tell if you've managed to perfectly nail and capture a fleeting moment, like a lightning strike, for example. But, and there's always a but with Nintendo, isn't there? But there are a couple of things I'd very much like for Nintendo to have not been so goddamn Nintendo about. For a start, even if you're playing in console mode, where the Switch is outputting a 1080p feed, the screen grabs are, always, 720p. It does extra work to resize the screenshots just to res them down. Result of this, of course, is you're never going to capture all the presented detail properly, which effectively ruins my own hopes and plans to make some nice wallpaper for my PC. 720p is going to look like crap full screen on my 1080p or even my 1440p monitor. No, thank you. It also makes it far less ideal if you want to crop the picture down, perhaps to cut away UI elements, or just to reframe your composition because you're losing even more pixels when you do that. Cropping, by the way, is something you cannot do natively on the Switch's very basic editor, at least yet. I hope it comes, because it is nice to do. But you can do it if you copy the files from the microSD card to your PC or Mac. Which brings me to the other annoyance in how Nintendo are doing this. Because while the screenshots are stored simply, so you can easily just pop the microSD card into a reader and pull the files right across to your PC or Mac for backup and for fancier editing, or indeed if you are a reviewer or whatever and you want to use some screenshots in blog posts and stuff, that's all super simple. They're stored sensibly enough under a folder called Album, then in folders by year, then month, then day, and the file names themselves have the date encoded into them. But for all this attention to detail, Nintendo have utterly balked the actual file date stamp, something essential to properly organize and sort these files on a PC or Mac should you want to keep backups externally. Instead, every last file insists that it was created on the 1st of January, 1980 at 12 AM. It is retarded. And no, before you leap there, it's not because the Switch is improperly set up or I forgot to set the date or something. As you can plainly see, my time zone, date, and time are all set correctly. In fact, they're all updated automatically every time I connect to the internet. So it's not like the system has no idea what day it is. Why it does not follow correct procedure for date stamping files is beyond me. And sure, fair enough, for 99% of people out there, they'll never even notice this happens. But come on, it's just so dumb not to date stamp files correctly, Nintendo. So very dumb. Oh, Nintendo, you funny little paint licker. So yeah, the date thing, minor annoyance, not huge, but yeah, that 720p thing, yeah, you guys might want to know about that. If you're planning on doing anything fancy with the screen captures you're trying to pull in. Just an FYI, I suppose. Thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I'll catch you next time.